Four Rivers Environmental Services Group is hosting its 2023 Water and Environment Gathering at Fort William Historical Park this week.
The four-day event gives Indigenous groups and environmental organizations the chance to share knowledge and learn from each other about water relationships and water and environmental stewardship practices. Jessica Clement has the details.
The gathering was part of the end of the Mattawa Water Futures Project, which was developed to advance Indigenous-informed water science to support decision-making and water stewardship in the Mattawa First Nation homelands and traditional territories. The four-day event invited Indigenous community members from across Northern Ontario, as well as environmental organizations around Canada and New Zealand, to share knowledge of water and environmental stewardship from where they live and to build relationships. Four Rivers Environmental Services Group Manager Sarah Cockerton says the event is packed with various workshops that guests can attend.
There's workshops here on drones, how they can be used for mapping. There's a workshop on seed collection, on bats, on monitoring wildlife, but also workshops on source water protection, environmental assessment, and Indigenous protected areas, and so many more. There's a very, very full, diverse agenda, and kind of really something for everyone.
Wilfrid Laurier University's Indigenous Initiatives Associate Vice President, Darren Thomas, was part of the research team that worked on the Mattawa Water Futures Project. He says gatherings like these are important.
When we start looking at Indigenous communities wanting to exercise jurisdiction and protection over their lands, we need to learn from one another and what's happening, what's working, and understanding our capacity to be able to do those things to ensure that our voices are being heard and wanting to protect the lands and resources.
Cockerton adds that she hopes attendees feel optimistic after the event is over.
Hopeful and excited about the great things that can be done, the wonderful things that they can do in their communities to steward the land, to be involved and reach their stewardship goals. So we're hoping that everyone leaves here pretty inspired and excited for a bright future.
The gathering continues on Thursday with more workshops and a closing ceremony. Jessica Clement, TBT News.